Greetings to all. Beta, yes, we are discussing chapter 1 of civics, class 9, social science. What is democracy and why democracy? So, yesterday we have discussed arguments against democracy. So, in this, we have discussed that leaders keep on changing in a democracy and it leads to instability. Like after every 5 years, there are elections and the leaders are changed. So, it leads to political instability. And democracy is all about political competition and power play. And that's why there's no scope for morality. Means all the leaders, their main concentration is to win election or come in power. They don't bother about moral values. So many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delays. This is also a kind of argument which is given that in a democracy, discussion. We say that democracy is based on discussions and negotiations. So that is why many people are needed to be consulted. So it makes delay in decision making process. And the elected leaders, they do not know the best interest of the people, so it leads to bad decision. And some people say that there is corruption in a democratic government, because in elections all the political parties, they tend to, or they concentrate to win elections only, like we have discussed about PRI, about ZANU PF, about that Communist Party of China. So all the parties, their main concentration is to win elections. They don't bother about the interest of the people. They don't bother about the political system of the country, about the interest of the country. So let us move further. Are there some other arguments against democracy that are you think of? Which of these arguments applies mainly to democracy? Which of these can apply to misuse of any form of government? Which of these do you agree with? So these are some of the points which we need to discuss. Clearly, democracy is not a magical solution for all the problems. It has not ended poverty in our country and in other parts of the world. Democracy as a form of government only ensures that people take their own decisions. This does not guarantee that their decisions will be good. Means the people, they are given a chance to take their decisions, but there is no guarantee that decisions are good. People can make mistakes. Involving the people in these decisions does lead to delays in decision making. It is also true that democracy leads to frequent changes in leadership. Sometimes this can set back big decisions and affects the government's efficiency. These arguments show that democracy of the kind we see may not be the ideal form of government, but that is not a question we face in real life. The real question we face is different. Is democracy better than other forms of government that are there for us to choose from? So earlier also we have discussed some non-democratic governments. Then we have discussed some of the points related to democracy. So let us some of the questions or some of the points that why do we need democracy. So now I have some of the arguments for democracy. See the situation. The first, China's famine of 1958-1961 was the worst recorded famine in world history. Nearly 3 crore people died in this famine. During those days, India's economic condition was not much better than China, yet India did not have a famine of the kind China had. Economists think that this was a result of different government policies in the two countries. The existence of democracy in India made the Indian government respond to food scarcity in a way that the Chinese government did not. They point out that no large scale famine has ever taken place in an independent and democratic country. If China too had multi party elections, an opposition party, and a press free to criticize the government, then so many people may not have died in the famine. This is true. See, in about China, we have discussed that there is only one party system, the Communist Party of China, no opposition party. Media is not free. The people they cannot criticize the government, and if anyone tries to do so, is put behind the bars. So, in such a situation, nobody dared to say anything against the government. This is a place where there is no democratic government. And if we talk about India, like here we are discussing about devastating famine in China, that about 3 crore people died in that famine, and but India have not experienced such kind of famine any time. Why? Because if there is any famine like situations in India, then the government at once respond to the scarcity of food items in different parts of the country. The people they are taken care of. They are provided with the basic facilities by the government. Why? Because we have multi-party system. All the opposition parties they at once point out the weak points of the ruling party, because the check of the opposition party is must. The ruling party knows that if now they do not take care about the interests of the people, the next time people do not vote for them and they will not be able to come in power again. So that is why the government is responsible, accountable to the people and respond to the people. I think you people understand. So that is why if any natural calamity happens in India, the government at once respond to the people, to the requirements of the people. So and in India, one more we have the freedom of expression. But in China, press was not free. There was censorship, and here in India we have the right to express ourselves. If something goes wrong, or the government does something wrong, then the people they have the right to criticize the wrong policies of the government. We have media, a weapon in our hands, that with the help of media we can check everything which is wrong. Okay, so next is, so this is I think a positive point of a democratic government, that the people they have the right to criticize the wrong policies of the government, and the government is answerable, responsive, accountable to the common people. This is one feature of the democratic government. Next, this example brings out one of the reasons why democracy is considered the best form of government. Democracy is better than any other form of government in responding to the needs of the people. Oh, really? So, this we have discussed. The democratic government is responsive government, means it responds to the needs of the people. A non-democratic government may and can respond to the people's need, but it all depends on the wishes of the people who rule. This is also true that a non-democratic government may be responsible, or can respond to the needs of the people, but it all depends on the wishes, interest of the ruler. If the ruler doesn't want to, they don't have to act according to the wishes of the people. Why? Because there is no check on the ruler. A democracy requires that the rulers have to attend to the needs of the people. So this is one feature of democratic government. A democratic government is a better government because it is more accountable form of government. You understand it here? More accountable form of government. Accountable means answerable, means it acts in reference to the interest of the common people, in reference to the needs of the common people. So that is why we say that a democratic government is accountable. Okay, I think this is clear to everyone. Accountable. So this is one feature that we have discussed today. one argument for democracy, that why do we need democracy? Because a democratic government is accountable. Okay, it is responsible. It gives answer to the people. It at once responds to the needs or requirements of the common people. I think this is sufficient for today. And if you have any question or query, discuss with me tomorrow in the class. Have a nice day.